Hello and welcome. Today we're going to do a watch me work slash tutorial video focusing on just a basic gel polish manicure. I'm going to be working with my non-dominant hand on my dominant hand. So we're going to focus on actually first prep, then we're going to do base, then we'll go into the color, and then we'll do a top coat. If you're not into prep and that really bores you, you can fast forward and sort of follow along for the rest of the video. We are going to do this as a little bit of a test as well. We're going to see 2 weeks from now how my nails held up, sort of where did I go wrong, is there any chipping, and really just focus on, you know, some of the details along the way and see where I can improve or see where we can improve. I am going to be using light Elegance products, so we're going to do the P Plus series. We'll use the cutie base, we'll go in with a color, and then we'll do a top coat. Okay? And let's see how we do. Let's get started.
Give it to me like...
I'm doing my right hand now, so I'm using my non-dominant hand. This is fun. I'm using a diamond cut cuticle bit, and I'm just using it to rough up the nail plate as well as make sure that any white edges are gone, because bacteria and stuff can get stuck under there. So you don't want to get, you don't want to be putting gel or builder gel or anything on top and with like a little lifting underneath, because then, you know, you can run into infections and problems. Okay. So these ones are pretty good because I've done these already. So I'm just roughing up the nail plate. So you see here, this is what I want. I want to get rid of that stuff. So working with this hand is always a challenge. But let's learn to be ambidextrous together. Okay. So that is bugging me. Anything I miss, I'm just going to file off. But this is pretty, I think this is the equivalent of like a 180 grit file. If I am incorrect about that, feel free to let me know. And then I have extra buildup here. So sometimes this is very important. It's also a challenge for me because my eponychium here, or the cuticle that grows up onto my nail plate, is actually a lot. So I have to be careful to not, you know, ruin my nail plate, but make sure that I get that off, because that left on your nail plate can cause lifting. So I notice when I don't clean it well enough, I do get lifting, regardless of the product I'm using. So, all right, so let's just, see? See right there? Okay. We're just doing a straight gel manicure. So I've taken as much of the product down. I did have extensions on before. So you can see a little bit of product still on, which is fine. I like it because it gives me a little bit of an arch. Okay, so again, yeah, I've left a little bit of builder gel. I don't take it all the way down. I just make sure I leave only what is completely sealed onto my actual nail plate, and I take off all of the white edges. I try to do my best to pull all these edges. Sometimes it still looks like there's quite a bit on there. So here we are. Okay. So I've roughed up the natural nail, what's left of the builder gel. Okay, and I should be ready right now to cleanse and start the process. Okay. Okay, so let's cleanse. Okay. Okay. So that's kind of the equivalent of dehydrating, because I use isopropyl alcohol. That's what I use for cleanser, with a touch of acetone. Okay, let's clean my little spot. Okay. We're using the P Plus Cutie Base by Elegance. This is where I keep my sanding bands. This might be a good little balance for my nail. Okay, so all cleansed, cuticles pushed back. I've etched the nail plate. Now we're gonna go in with the base. So this is pretty much acting as a primer. Okay. So I touch down to the middle, then I kind of shimmy up to the cuticle, try to shimmy to the free edge over here. The reason I touch to the middle is so I don't flood the cuticle, and then pull back. Okay. Pull back. Cap our free edge. Okay. So. Middle, shimmy up, pull back. Try my best not to flood my sidewalls. I'm trying to get close to the cuticle, but it doesn't have to be like right up there. Sidewalls, your free edge, dip. Again. So shimmy, kind of bulldoze it, and pull back. And then let's try not to flood our free edge. Our sidewalls here. A little bit of my issue sometimes. There we go. Make sure you're capping off your free edge as you go. Okay, so free edge and free edge. one more. Okay, there we go. And cure for 2 minutes. So if you have a light Elegance lamp, you can cure for 60 seconds. I do not. Yet. Okay. There we go. That's my first coat on. We're going to do the second coat. Much thicker than the other coats. It's better to do thin coats. Just note to self. I'm going to leave that one to the end. So we're going to touch to the center. Okay, we're going to shimmy up and pull back. Okay. So center. Okay. Keep your gels out of light because they will cure as you're working. So again, touch the center and pull down. Especially with the left hand, don't get hung up on getting super close to the edges. I'm just trying to perfect. Okay. Okay, so that's 2 coats. That's so thick that it literally looked like it was 2 coats, but there we go. Okay. Top coat should take care of any indents or any slight imperfections, and also if you just kind of let it settle a bit. So that's that one. Okay, let's cure. Okay. All right. There we go. So 2 coats. Okay. So left hand I did yesterday. Right hand I'm working on today. Okay, last step would be, well, second last step, third last step maybe. So I'm going to use P+, Soak Off Top Coat by Light Elegance. Okay. I'm not going to add another coat. If I keep adding coats, it's just going to get super thick. And for top coat, you don't necessarily have to be so precise. You can actually just make sure that it's floated all the way over the nail, that it's covering. Okay, cover the full nail. Make sure there's no spots. Okay. Cap your free edges. You can already see it smoothing everything out. So these little indents. Okay. So my thumbs are massive, as you can see. This is sometimes right at the edge. And just make sure it's fully coated, right? Fully coated, and cap your free edges. There we go. Okay. These are all soak-offs. You can soak them off yourself with acetone. It's the whole point of the P+ series. Okay. All right. Cure in my lamp for 2 minutes. And then we'll come back and see the final. Okay. Okay. So they just came out of the lamp. And now we're going to cleanse. Okay. So, can you hear? Can we hear this? Yes, we can hear this. Squeak. You want to clean it until it squeaks. Or cleanse it. Squeegee it until it squeaks. And there we go. That's what I used. Again. Okay. Whoops. So we did base, then we did the color, and then we did. And then I'm going to use my face oil, my Blue Orchid face oil. I'm going to use this for my cuticles because I love how it smells. And if it's good enough for my face, it's good enough for my cuticles. Okay. So you want to get it under your nail. This is to hydrate, rehydrate the nail. We've just been putting alcohol. We've been curing it in a UV light. We've been filing them. So they're definitely brittle. So we just want to rehydrate it all. Like that. Right? And we're done. And there we go.